Before you defend your party, this isn't about party, it's about us. Check the receipts. As every damn time, we're going to start with the facts. No opinions, no spin. The documented, provable evidence of how you, your government, sold you and me out while you stood by thinking, it's them. March 2024. Congress quietly passes the largest rescission package in modern history. Over $28 billion erased from public funding. Money that was already approved by law, FEMA disaster relief, fair housing enforcement, clean water infrastructure, EEOC civil rights protections, public health research. All of it gone. In my opinion, this was a tactic. Tactic to control who gets aid and access. If you ever oppose, you starve, suffer, die. And while they told you this was fiscal discipline, they signed off on $886 billion in defense spending, over $60 billion in weapons and military aid, including deals with Israel, tax breaks, and incentives for the corporations who funded their campaigns. In my opinion, only mine. It's about who gets to participate, profit, and fund the new orange monopoly dictatorship. Elmao, but not. But please, don't let my opinion stop your education. So understand this. They didn't save money. They moved it. From you to people and corporations who profit from war, disaster, and surveillance, creating the weapons that are used to control us. At the same time, states like Georgia passed new legislation to authorize green burials. What? This is mass casualty disposal. They say this is about environmental sustainability. But read the fine print. These laws create the legal process for mass disposal of bodies if there is a civil war or a mass casualty terrorist event. If you resist, we're fertilizer? If your government fails to protect you, if they decide your neighborhood isn't worth saving, they already have the authority to ship your body for green burial. This isn't a conspiracy. This is proactive planning for the consequences of their own corruption and neglect. At the same time, Congress advanced proposals for mandatory online ID verification, no cell phone restrictions, laws and technologies to access your cell phone without your consent, and a host of other diabolical doozies. They'll tell you it's about protecting children, your rights to privacy, your protection. Lies. That being said, here's what you need to consider. With the new defense deals, the United States likely received Pegasus software, Israeli-made spyware so powerful it can crack iPhones and Androids remotely, extract texts, emails, photos, even encrypted messages, activate microphones and cameras without your knowledge. Combine that with online ID laws, and now if you are suspected of anything, they don't just have your name and address. They have your entire device, your messages, your location, your private photos, everything. You don't have to agree with me, but you have to admit this. When you combine rescinded public funding, militarizing ICE and police, mass casualty laws, total digital surveillance, food control, aid control, government and court restructuring, country isolation through tariffs, removing programs to assist you, come on now. You are living in the early stages of soft authoritarianism that will morph into dictatorship. And let's be clear, people we call black have been screaming this before any of you believed it. Long before Trump ran for office, he called for the death of the Central Park Five, 5 innocent teenagers. Told you he's a draft-dodging fake businessman loser and you elected him not once but twice. What does that say about you? We told you he was a liar. We told you he was a racist. We told you he was dangerous. But you called us angry. You called us ungrateful. You said, it's them, not me. Well, you fucked around and now you're finding out. You will find out when the next hurricane hits and FEMA says there's no money. You will find out when your phone pings your location to a fusion center without a warrant. You will find out when your neighborhood is declared a no-aid zone. You will find out when the same mass burial policies you ignored become your family's reality. To my indigenous native brothers and sisters, I know we're tired. I know we're hurt. I know some of us are ready to let this place collapse under the weight of its own hypocrisy. But hear me, this fight isn't over, because when the system turns fully against everyone else, they will remember who knew how to resist, who knew how to organize, who never forgot how to survive. We can rest, we can heal, but at some point, we must come back. Because if we don't, no one will. If you're scared, good. If you're angry, better. If you're still in denial, wake up, because ignorance is no longer an option. By this time next year, the line between free and unfree will be gone, and when that moment comes, you will have to choose: resist, submit, or disappear. This is not a conspiracy. This is documented policy. And if you love this country, prove it, because the illusion is already over. Donald Trump has already stated out of his own mouth that he wants to be a dictator, does not intend on leaving office, and that he wants to bring back slavery. These are his words. End the cycle of hate and prove your worth. Move, plug in. Unapologetic, unfiltered, unplugged from the lie. This is yours, mine, ours. A world reclaimed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more edutainment. Donate.